revision of class 11th SQL. After that, I will start the chapter more on SQL of class 12th because this chapter is totally based on the revision of SQL. So that is query language means it is based on the given database through which you can get or access the data by asking the question WH. That means what, where, what do you want, like this. So what is database? Because to form the query, we know what is database. So database is the collection of interrelated data stored together to serve multiple applications. Actual database is a computer-based record keeping system and it is interrelated data. That means one data is related to other. So in this, look at this example. Here I take one table having columns agent code, agent name, working area, commission, phone numbers. So if you take the first record, this record's data is related to each other and form a single record or form a single data. So this is the interrelated data stored. So this data is stored in the form of tables, that means the rows and columns. And DBMS, Database Management System, refers to a software that is responsible for storing, maintaining and utilizing database. A database along with the DBMS is referred to as a database system. What is database system? The database system is along with the DBMS, that is database management system, and with the help of SQL, that means the structured query language, you can access the database easily. And another some words are used, that is the data redundancy. Why we use the database? The data redundancy means the duplication of data. To use the database, why we use the database? Because when you store the data, there are multiple entries are the same, and to avoid these duplicate entries, database is used because database clear the duplicate values. It is called the data redundancy. And what is the relational database model? Relational database model, that is organized into a table, that means the rows and columns. These tables are also called as the relations. How it related? Again, look at this table. The first record A007 and its name, then working area, commission and the phone numbers, all are together in one relation. A row in a table represents a relationship among a set of values. These are the set of values. These are the components of tables. A table having fields, fields means the columns. These are the columns. Agent code, agent name, working area, commission, phones. These are the columns. Also, it is called as the attributes. And another name is that it is a degree of table. That means the number of columns. Degree of table means the number of columns. These are the column names. And row, it is a complete row from agent code to the phone number. And column values, that means the values which are stored in the respective columns. And the complete rows and columns forms a table. Key field, that means the key field means the primary key. What is meant by primary key? A primary key is unique value. It represents unique record. What are the tuples? The rows and the columns of relation are known as tuples. Tuples means rows. Here, student ID 1, roll number, Tom, price and its email ID. This is the called tuple. A complete one row, a relation of attributes, relation of fields called the tuples. And the columns of a relation are known as attributes. Columns called attributes, columns called degree, and row means tuples, tuples means cardinality. Simple. rows in a relation is known as cardinality. Keys. Primary key. A primary key is a set of one or more attributes that can uniquely identify tuples within the relation. Here, taking one example, you can easily understood that what is meant by primary key, candidate key and alternate key. The primary key, it is uniquely identified the record. That means it does not accept any duplicate value. Here 1, 2, 3 are the different values. Okay. And what is the candidate key? Candidate key means it is a power of primary key. That means it can serve as a primary key. Candidate key, we know that in election there are number of candidates but only one can select it. At the same way here, the student ID is reserved for the primary. If you set for the primary key, then rather than student ID, roll number, here is also unique values, and even if email ID, there is also a unique values. But in one table, only one primary key is there. So primary key is student ID and rest of the keys are behave like a candidate key. They having a power to set the primary key, but in one table there is only one primary key. Okay, and here are candidate keys are student ID, roll number and email ID. These are the candidates key and student ID set as the primary key, and rest of the two are roll number and email ID behaves like a alternate key. Okay, a non-key attributes whose values are derived from the primary key of some other table is known as foreign key. What is foreign key? If the data is derived from this table to another table. Suppose this table name is the student information and another table is for the student marks. But in both the table, student ID is common. That time, in second table, student ID is a foreign key. Okay. And referential integrity. Referential integrity is a system of rules that DBMS uses to ensure that relationship between the records in related tables are valid. Integrity. It is system rules that DBMS uses to ensure that database management system ensure what it ensure its relationship between the records are valid or not. If the valid or not, then it's give the protection, or you can say that it secures the data so that you cannot delete or change the related data. It is one of the greatest features of database management system is referential integrity. MySQL is a freely available open source RDBMS, that is relational database management system. That means in this more than one tables are related to each other, and that uses the structure query language. Structure query language, under this, by using the different SQL statements, you can easily access data, manipulate data and store the data. MySQL provides you with a rich set of features that support a secure environment. It gives the password security. It gives the secure environment for that your data can stored, or maintaining the data or accessing data can easily with the help of this security environment. Nobody can easily access the data, so it provides the secure features. MySQL is a fast, reliable. It is very fastest and reliable if you compare with the other commercial RDBMS software like Oracle, MS Access, and SQL, Simple SQL, or most of the commercial RDBMS are available in the market. If you compare with this, it is freely available, but freely available, but it is also provide various functions, various security and fastest way to communicate or to access the data. To access the data, or to store the data, SQL statements are classified into following categories. The first is data definition language. Its name suggests that DDL commands. That is data definition. That means it is used to create a table, alter table, drop table. These commands are used in previous class, that is the class 11th, and you have to all of you made the tables and form the queries to access the data. Now, second is the data manipulation language, that DML commands, through which you can display the data, insert the data, update data, and delete data. Manipulate means to edit the data. Okay, and the third one is the transaction control language, TCL commands. That means control. Control means it's by using the commit command you can permanent save the table or the data. Okay, and the next one is the session control commands and system control commands. In our syllabus, we learn only three: DDL, DML, and TCL. So, students, it's the revision of MySQL part 1. In next video, I will also take the revision of simple SQL query statement. So, keep watching this video. Thank you.